I'm here to bring you a DVD and Blu-ray update. It's been probably since, I think, January. That was the last time I had an update. And since then, I've bought quite a few movies, DVDs and Blu-rays. And if this, I may split it up in a couple of parts. I'm going to see how long this video goes. I'm gonna keep going, but if I have to, it just depends. I may go back in and divide it up in a couple of parts. Um, I got quite a bit here, so um, let's get started. I'm going to do DVDs first, since I have more of those. This first one, great movie. I got The Edge with Anthony Hopkins, Alec Baldwin. Really good movie. Just a great adventure thriller. If you haven't seen, definitely check it out. That's The Edge. Very enjoyable. Next, a film I haven't seen, but I figured, why not? Didn't have the film. And I have maybe, 2 or 3 of her films. I don't have a lot of her films. So for the Julia Roberts collection, I got Sleeping with the Enemy. And if I keep looking, it's just I'm trying to avoid the glare, but I've never seen this one. Again, it was cheap. I think a dollar wasn't much. But yeah, I got that. Never seen it. So, Sleeping with the Enemy. Next, we have, which I've never seen, A Man Apart with Vin Diesel. I've heard a lot of good things about this one. Again, I've never seen it. Directed by F. Gary Gray, who I think directed The Negotiator. Get rid of Bit Defender, and he's got my face. You have Timothy Oliphant in the film, some other casts, some special features up here. But yeah, I've never seen this one. Yeah. A Man Apart with Vin Diesel, so I got that. Next, we have a Gene Wilder film, which I've never seen, and I'm gonna see if I can get the sticker off first. It's just right there. Maybe I should have done this beforehand, but it's alright. There you go. Again, I've never seen this one, but Funny About Love with Gene Wilder, comedy, directed by Leonard Nimoy, which I did not know. And I think this came out in 1990. Everyone has a biological clock. Duffy Bergman's is about to go off. So yeah, Leonard Nimoy film. Funny About Love. That's interesting. They work together. Spock and, Gene Wilder. But I got that one for the Gene Wilder collection. Next we have, and again, another sticker on here. Maybe I can take the sticker off. I want to say this was like a couple of bucks. Really good movie that I want to watch again. I saw it one time, and I found the movie for a couple of bucks, and I'm like, I gotta get this. But Hardcore Henry, again, really good movie. It's a POV action flick, and it's awesome. I need to watch it again because I remember really enjoying this. A really good action flick. But yeah. Hardcore Henry, really good. Kick ass. Yeah, this next one with another sticker on the cover. Like those other two. And it came right off. Pretty good. This one is a double feature. Buddy 2-movie combo. We have Loose Cannons with Gene Hackman and Dan Aykroyd, and Another You, Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor, which I don't know if this is the one that I've heard it's not that good. Because I think this one right here came out 1991. Yeah, 1991. I want to say I've heard of Loose Cannons, but I've never seen it. Directed by Bob Clark. Also in Loose Cannons, you have Dom DeLuise, Ronnie Cox. So interesting cast. Kings of Comedy double feature. So yeah, buddy two movie combo of Loose Cannons and Another You. So I got that for cheap. Next, we have a classic, and I didn't have this film, believe it or not, but I picked it up a while back. We have Happy Gilmore, starring Adam Sandler. What more do you have to say about this film? And it says special edition, which includes 20 minutes of outrageous deleted scenes. I think there's like a few deleted scenes up here, some outtakes, but I don't know. It's just you kind of expect more, with this film, like more features. Like why? I mean, why can't they just do something updated? Adam Sandler. I'm sure he would talk about this movie. New interviews, maybe a commentary with Adam Sandler and Christopher McDonald. That'd be fun. A commentary with those guys. Get Carl Weathers to do a commentary. I don't know. It's just a couple of features. It's kind of lacking. But Happy Gilmore is a classic, great comedy, the gold standard of Adam Sandler. Next, definitely a classic, and I did not have this one, but we have It's a Wonderful Life, which includes, I think, the colored version and the black and white. You do have some features up here. You have the making of, a personal remembrance, and the original trailer. So the 2-disc. Sorry about that. But yeah, It's a Wonderful Life. So I got that. Next, which this is a film I haven't watched yet, but I want to say I've seen like bits and pieces of. I remember when it came out. I think it was around the time I was working at a theater, and I never saw it. I don't know why, but we have From Paris with Love with John Travolta, and yeah, it came out in 2010, and that was the year I started. Gosh, it's almost been 10 years. That's the year I started working at the theater, and I remember when this came out. And when I just started, Avatar was still in theaters. I can't believe it's been that long. I think Avatar was just leaving theaters because I started in February 2010. But I do remember when this came out, and I never saw it. I don't know why, but I got this for $1 or so. It looks really cool. I think the same director of Taken. Yeah, with Liam Neeson. But we have From Paris with Love. So I got that. Next, we have this Dolph Lundgren collection, which I found at Walmart, and I thought it was really cool for $5. Yeah, this Dolph Lundgren collection. And on this collection pack, we have Command Performance, Bridge of Dragons, Direct Contact, Direct Action, The Peacekeeper, Blackjack, and Sweepers. So 7 films, Dolph Lundgren movies. Show you what it looks like. Well, I think the I don't know why that happened, but that happened. There you go, fixed. I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah. So, yeah, 7 film Dolph Lundgren collection. I think it was like $5 at Walmart. So, got that. pretty cool. If I ever do like a marathon or whatever. Next we have To Kill a Mockingbird. What did I say? To Kill a Mockingbird? Yeah, I meant to say that. This is one which I've never seen, but it's one of those classic movies that it was cheap, and I'm like, I've never seen it, so 3 Academy Awards, including Best Actor, Gregory Peck, the Collector's Edition. There's a making of up here, some production notes, but there's not a whole lot. But yeah, got that. To Kill a Mockingbird. So I got that out on DVD. Next, we have. I don't mind this movie, but it does have problems. But I'll just go ahead and show it. Spawn. And it's one of those things that it's one of those films. There's some things that I like about it. There's some things I don't like about it. It's kind of like a so-so film for me. I don't hate I've seen worse films, but I like Michael Jai White. John Leguizamo is on and off with me. There's some parts where a couple of lines that I'm like, okay, but there's some other parts where I don't like his lines. Martin Sheen was hamming up. I thought he was hamming up in this movie with his acting. I don't know, but they do have quite a bit of features. So Spawn, it's one of those so-so. I don't really watch a whole lot. To be honest with you, this is one that I wouldn't mind a reboot. I would be open for that. As much as I speak against reboots, remakes, this would be one that I'll be like, okay, but I don't hate the film, but it has problems. So, Spawn, I got that. Next, we have 8 Seconds, starring Luke Perry. And what's weird is, first off, rest in peace, Luke Perry. And John G. Avildsen, who directed this movie, which I didn't know. But, when Luke Perry passed away, and I didn't really watch Beverly Hills 90210. That was a little bit before me. I was born when that show probably premiered, so I didn't really get into that. And I think, a couple of days after, it was like 2 or 3 days after Luke Perry passed that I found this movie at the pawn shop. I just happened to come across it, and I heard about it. And I'm like, I'll get it for Luke Perry just to, give it a watch. I've heard good things about it. John G. Avildsen directed, so I got that. 8 Seconds. Again, rest in peace, Luke Perry. Next, we have a classic, Planet of the Apes, the original. Now, I know at Walmart they have this collection pack that has the first 5 of these, the original Apes movies, for like $15. And I may go back and get that, very soon. It just depends. But this is really good. Definitely a great movie. And so, like I said, sometime, I may go back or I may get it offline. That, this is a collection pack of the early Apes films. But the first one is a great movie and, just a damn good movie. But yeah, that's the original Planet of the Apes. So I got that. Next, we have this Van Damme double feature of Black Eagle and Lionheart, which I got this at Walmart for $5. Now, I have a complaint with the Lionheart because I tried watching this and something is very weird with the sound. It sounds like someone put tin cans on the speakers, or Like it's a weird echo, especially with the fight scenes. It sounds very weird. It's like it was filmed in some kind of chamber, and it's like the sounds are not great, and I don't know why they did that. It's Lionheart. If you see this double feature DVD at Walmart, whatever, I haven't seen Black Eagle yet, so I don't know how if it's the same thing there. But this, this Lionheart, on this double pack doesn't sound good. I'd much rather just get Lionheart by itself on DVD. And I didn't have that problem before. When I had the DVD, I don't know why I got rid of it, but yeah, if you get this double pack, beware again because Lionheart sounds really bad, especially with the fight scenes. It's some kind of echoing going on, and it just sounds really bad. So again, it was like it was filmed in a tin can or something. And again, I haven't seen Black Eagle, so I'm not sure about that one. But I did get this. And if I get, the Lionheart DVD just by itself, then I may get rid of that. And I'll just find Black Eagle someplace. But moving on. Next, we have El Doggo with Viggo Mortensen. And I think it's a decent flick. I know it's directed by Joe Johnston. And Viggo Mortensen's good in the film. It's just that there's a lot of nothing that happens in the second act. Like you think it's going to be this big adventurous, tale, with this character, and just there's a lot of parts in the middle where nothing happens, and it feels, kind of dullish. But again, Viggo Mortensen's not bad. It's just there's some moments throughout the film where it's like, okay, can we get it on? Can we get on with the film a little bit? What happened to this adventurous, race? Where the film starts off that way and it slows down to a crawl, and the third act, gets a little exciting, but it's still not a bad movie. But yeah, I pretty much gave you my review of it. But Hidalgo, it's still a decent flick. Good flick. So, I mean, just some problems I have with it. Because I did watch this. But I got that. Next, which this was a lucky find. I don't know how I came across this. But I found it at the pawn shop. And I didn't know they had DVD. I did not know they had DVDs of these. But we have Inside the Actor's Studio with Robin Williams. Yes, the DVD, which this interview is like 2 hours long, I believe. Yes, it's about 2 hours. And this was filmed back in 2001. And yeah, this is a really good, sorry if I look that way, but just a really good interview, very memorable. And I actually watched this, and in the beginning, James Lipton shares some kind words about Robin Williams and how this was his most, memorable segment of Inside the Actor Studio. That if there's one that people talk about the most, it's this one. So yeah, I got that with Robin Williams. And again, it was a lucky find, so I don't know how, and I didn't know that they made these DVDs. I didn't know these DVDs were out, but I did get this one for a couple of bucks, so I got that. And if you hear some noise in the back, it's just a computer. I think it needs to be dusted or something, so hopefully it's not, too big of a deal. Hopefully it's not too loud or whatnot, but moving on. Next we have Popeye with Robin Williams, a film I did not have. And yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen this, but for the Robin Williams collection, we have Popeye. So I got that. Next, a film that I haven't seen, and I know I've talked about it here a little bit. I know Matt Thomas, he brings up this film sometimes, um, and I don't know why. I've never seen it, but I finally found it. Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren. Yeah, I don't know why it's taken me this long to see the film, and I didn't really grow up with the series, but I wanted to find this movie, and I actually found this in Popeye on the same day, and so yeah, we got Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren. Got that. Next, we have a Tom Hanks film, Bridge of I'm messing up. Bridge of Spies, starring Tom Hanks, directed by Steven Spielberg. Again, it was cheap, for the Tom Hanks collection. But yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it, so we'll see. And that's Bridge of Spies. So I got that. Next, we have this. Actually, it's kind of crazy, but this Mega Shark 8-movie collection, and this was like $5 at Walmart. And in this collection pack, again, you have 8 movies, which I know if I do start watching these, I'm probably going to go into a fit of rage. And I like creature movies, but again, I know if I start watching these, it's going to be rant, 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 rant. But to list the movies, you have Toxic Shark, which stars, I don't know who the fuck stars in that. Shark in Venice, starring Stephen Baldwin. Malibu Shark Attack. And in that one, I'm trying to see the cast, and I don't know this cast. You have Shark Man with Jeffrey Combs, and also starring William Forsythe. And you have Shark Attack, which I think I've heard these, with Casper Van Dien. So you have that one, Shark Attack 2, Shark Attack 3, Megalodon, and Shark Zone. So, yeah. This 8-movie pack, the Mega Shark Collection, again, it was $5 at Walmart. But that'd be fun to go through just to rant, because I know I'm going to hate half of this collection pack. But yeah, I got that. And speaking of sharks, I got this one as well, which is really good. The Shallows. And I got this for like $3. I think at Big Lots, or was it Big Lots? Actually, I think it was Walmart. I got this at Walmart for $3 in a $3 bin. Really good movie. Really enjoyed The Shallows. So, yeah. Got that. And actually, I would say if I had to choose between this and the Meg, I think this will take the edge over the Meg. I still like the Meg, but I don't love it. Like, I don't love the film. It's weird because I like Jason Statham in that, and has some cool moments, but I think I like The Shallows a little bit more. But it's just me. But I got that. Next, we have J. Edgar, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. Again, it was, $1. And I don't mind biopics sometimes. Clint Eastwood directed this one. And an okay flick, but, not my favorite when it comes to this type of film. But yeah, that's J. Edgar, Leonardo DiCaprio. Just checking the time. We're not doing too bad. And I'm going to keep going if I can. That's why I'm grabbing a few right here. Next, we have World War Z, starring Brad Pitt, which I enjoyed this movie. I saw it in the theater when it came out, and I think there was plans for a sequel, but now they've scrapped the sequel. I don't know why, but it would be fun. I would like to see a sequel to this. I would be down for it. But yeah, that's World War Z. So I got that. Next, we have That Thing You Do, directed by Tom Hanks. Yeah, Tom Hanks film. Yeah, good cast. And I kind of know what it's about, but I kind of don't because this is one which I've never seen. So, you know, again, more for the Tom Hanks collection. I would definitely give it a watch. Written and directed by Tom Hanks, so pretty cool. But yeah, That Thing You Do, got that. Next, we have this Mickey Rourke 3-pack, triple pack. And weirdly, I got this at the dollar store. Like, it seems like lately I have found some interesting stuff at the dollar store. Like if you have I don't know how many people have a Dollar General. If you have a Dollar General near you, and if they have somewhat of a collection, like a little DVD, Blu-ray selection, go through it because you might find some interesting stuff. And I found this interesting Mickey Rourke 3-pack. We have Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man, the Pope of Greenwich Village, and A Prayer for the Dying. So this 3 Mickey Rourke film pack, it was like $7. So that's the only thing about if you find some interesting titles at the dollar store, they can, it's a little bit, again, like $7. You're going to pay a little bit more. You're not going to pay $1, of course. But, it seems like I've come across some hidden titles, like some films that I've never heard of, or like if you go to the dollar store, you find some interesting titles. So I got this Mickey Rourke 3-pack. Again, Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man, the Pope of Greenwich Village, and A Prayer for the Dying. So I got that. Next, I also got this at the dollar store. And I do have one of these films, but I was looking for this first one. But we have this double feature of Silverado and The Quick and the Dead. And I did not have Silverado, but I do have The Quick and the Dead. That's a really good movie. But I was looking for Silverado. That's just one of those films I was trying to find, and I found this for $3, so why not? So I got that. Next, and we got a sticker up here. And it came off easy. Next, we have Dragonfly with Kevin Costner. And I haven't seen this one. I got it for cheap. I have a few excuse me. I have a few Kevin Costner films. I didn't have this one. But yeah, that's Dragonfly. Kevin Costner film. So I got that. Next, and one more sticker. Hopefully this is the last of the stickers I gotta peel off. This one's not going to come off as easy, but that's okay. We have a great movie, which I didn't have. I thought I did, but I didn't. Collateral, with Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx, directed by Michael Mann, and definitely one of my favorite Tom Cruise movies. Tom Cruise performances, Jamie Foxx was really good. The way it's shot is really cool at night. Um, I keep thinking, what if Tom Cruise's character went up against John Wick? Because they kind of have some similarities. You know, Tom Cruise's character is a hitman. That'd be a cool fight. But yeah, Collateral, great movie, well directed. So I got that. Next, we have Happy Death Day. Haven't seen this one yet, so I don't know much about it. Yeah. I want to say there's a sequel that's getting ready to come out, so maybe I'll give this a watch. But that's Happy Death Day. Got that for cheap. Next, we have The Presidio with Sean Connery and Mark Harmon, and directed by Peter Hyams. This is one of those which I haven't seen, but I've heard about. I like Mark Harmon. I'm an NCIS fan, so from summer school. But yeah, The Presidio. So I got that. Next, we have Romance in the Stone, Michael Douglas, Kathleen Turner, directed by Robert Zemeckis, which I've never seen this one. So sometime I'll give it a watch. I don't know why. People are like, you've never seen that one? Yeah, there's quite a few I haven't seen. But yeah. It's Romance in the Stone. So I got that. Next, we have a 4-pack. And my eyes are watering. I'm ready to get past all this pollen and crap. It's really messing me up. But next we have this 4-pack of the Scream films. So we have the first one, Scream, Scream 2, Scream 3, and Scream 4, which I do have the first Scream, and I may get rid of that because, I like this, now that I have all 4 Scream films in this 4-pack, I may not keep it. So, and I've been trying to, I've been wanting to pick up the Scream films, and I came across this 4-pack for, I think, $2. So, pretty cool. And I think to let you show you the inside. So, it's on a separate disc. No, double side thing. But yeah, the first 4 Scream films. So I got that. Next, we have The Whole Nine Yards, starring Bruce Willis, Matthew Perry, directed by Jonathan Lynn. I haven't seen this one yet, but I got it for the Bruce Willis collection. So, The Whole Nine Yards. So I got that. And we got a few more DVDs, and then the rest is Blu-rays. So I may not break this up into 2 parts. Next we have Deliverance. And this is one that I think the one time I tried to watch it, I could not get into it. But for the Burt Reynolds, rest in peace, Burt Reynolds. I don't have a lot of his films. I don't have Smokey and the Bandit, or there's some other ones that I'm not thinking of at the moment. And there's some features up here, like a retrospective, 4-part retrospective commentary. So the deluxe edition of Deliverance. So I got that. Next, we have Bunraku. I hope I said it right, but I thought this looked pretty cool. You have Josh Hartnett, Woody Harrelson, Kevin McKidd, Ron Perlman, Demi Moore, and someone told me like you gotta watch that movie. This movie is flat out blew me away from Ain't It Cool News. But yeah, I would definitely give it a watch. So I got that for cheap. It's getting a little extra bright out, but I'm trying to avoid that. It's hard to avoid the sunlight. But next we have Carlito's Way with Al Pacino. Let's see if I can play with it here a little bit. The camera, I mean. But I've never seen this one. You have Al Pacino, Sean Penn, Penelope Ann Miller, directed by Brian De Palma. So, yeah, the collector's edition of Carlito's Way, which I've never seen. So I got that. Wait a second. Next, we have he's getting his lunch. You'll be right back up, but I'll try to, when he comes back up, I'll pause for a minute and then, you know. But anyways, I'll continue. Next, we have Hellboy, great movie, and I've seen Hellboy 2, and that's a great movie, and I need to get that as well. And I didn't have this on DVD. I'm not interested in the reboot, remake. I'm not watching it. The trailers did nothing for me. But quite a few features up here, too. This is a 2-disc. So, got that. Pull it out of the case. And again, I'm sorry if it's a little extra bright in here. But, got Hellboy. Next, we have Open Range with Kevin Costner, Robert Duvall, directed by Kevin Costner. And, some westerns I don't mind, and I didn't mind this one. I've seen most of this movie, and I didn't mind it. Quite a bit of features up here. It's a 2-disc with some featurettes, deleted scenes and such. So, Open Range, I got that. Next, we have this Police Academy collection, which has the first 3 films. And you have, not much for features, but you got Police Academy 2, Their First Assignment, and Police Academy 3, Back in Training. I don't know how many of these they made. I want to say it was probably 7, 8 police academies. But each one does have, actually, I take that back. The first movie has a commentary with the cast and a featurette. I think like after that, the second movie has a featurette, and the third one has a featurette. So, but again, for $1, why not? So, the Police Academy 3 film collection, I got that. Next, which I did not have this film, but we have Pretty in Pink, directed by John Hughes. I'm sorry, directed by Howard Dutch. I don't know why I said John Hughes, but he did write the film. He wrote this film. And this is one, again, I haven't seen. It's just one of those films I haven't seen. So, but for cheap, I picked it up. So we have Pretty in Pink. So I got that. And the last of the DVDs we have Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, which I think I heard about this film, I don't know, through YouTube or one of my friends, but I picked it up, trying to get more like these older films for the collection, directed by Stanley Kubrick. So, yeah, Dr. Strangelove. So I got that. And now, onto the Blu-rays, the last bit of this video. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Blu-rays. So here we go. Starting off with Christine, great movie. John Carpenter directed. Couple of good features. You got some deleted scenes, a commentary with director Keith Gordon. So, really good movie. Got Christine on Blu-ray. I was just waiting for him to... Okay, we're good. Let's move on. That was my roommate, and he's getting his lunch. But next up we have, which haven't seen this one, Ready Player One. Now this was $3. I got this for $3 actually at the pawn shop, and again, I haven't seen it. I know Steven Spielberg directed this one, so we'll see how it goes. But that's Ready Player One. So I got that on Blu-ray. Next, we have a disaster film, which I haven't seen this one. And I think it came out last year or the year before. Yeah, the year before. We have Geostorm, starring Gerard Butler. You also have Ed Harris in the film, Andy Garcia. Yeah. So I'll give it a watch. That's Geostorm. Got that for cheap. Next we have The Wolfman with Anthony Hopkins, Benicio del Toro. And I know Joe Johnston directed this one too, which I know he retired from directing. Great director too. Never before seen alternate endings. So, and this is one that I didn't see. And I think this came out to 2009. So, but anyways, yeah, I haven't seen The Wolfman, so we'll see what happens. Next, we have a really good film that I saw last year in theater, Bohemian Rhapsody, and I'll take it out for you so you can see it. We got Bohemian Rhapsody, a biopic based on Freddie Mercury and the band, and I enjoyed it. To me, it was really good, and I know a lot of people have complaints about the film and Bryan Singer, what the situation with him, and maybe I'll talk about that when I review this or what have you, but I still like the film. I like this film a lot, and it seems like a lot of people didn't want to give it a chance, or they just didn't like it but they don't want they don't say why or whatnot. But again, maybe I'll talk about that if I ever do a review of this film. So that's Bohemian Rhapsody. Got that. Next, we have Robin Hood, and Prince of Thieves, Kevin Costner, and quite a few features up here. A couple of commentaries, um, a TV special, Robin Hood, a Man in the Myth. And I enjoyed this one. I mean, Robin Hood Men in Tights is a lot of fun, but, you know, the flip side, I mean, I guess you would say Prince of Thieves, it's really good. Kevin Costner, so I got that on Blu-ray. Next, we have, which I've never seen this one, Dark City. And this is the director's cut, directed by Alex Proyas, who directed The Crow and I, Robot, and a lot of features up here. Quite a few features. Yeah, this is one which I haven't seen, so, but anyways, that's Dark City, the director's cut. Next, we have, unfortunately, a bad movie, but I didn't have this one. I do love the first one, but we have Mortal Kombat Annihilation on Blu-ray, because I have the first one on Blu-ray, so I figured why not get this on Blu-ray. Yeah, not a good movie. I'll give the film its soundtrack, some good choreography, but that's kind of it. But anyways, yeah, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, not a good movie. It's a garbage sequel. But moving on. Next, we have on Blu-ray the Taken of Pelham 123. Easy for me to say. The original, and this has Walter Matthau in it, Robert Shaw. So, yeah, the original Taken of Pelham 123. Got that on Blu-ray. Why not? Next, we have the 33, based on the true story of the 33, I think it's, yeah, Chilean miners that were trapped for 70 days. I'm just sort of reading off the back here. And I think I remember when this happened. Some of the story, I didn't really follow a whole lot of the story, but I do remember when it happened. Good cast: Antonio Banderas, James Brolin in the film, Lou Diamond Phillips. So, yeah, the 33. So I got that. And the last Blu-ray here that I picked up, Shoot 'Em Up with Clive Owen. Really good action flick. Definitely enjoyed this one. Yeah. Paul Giamatti was a fun bad guy. So, some good features up here. Yeah. Shoot 'Em Up. Got that on Blu-ray. And that's it for now. I want to thank y'all for watching. Thank you for bearing with me. And again, if the computer made some noise, I apologize. But again, I want to thank y'all for watching. And stay tuned for more. See you later.